Nyaho, hello. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Mods are asleep post shrimp. That's implying there are mods. Happy midweek. Hello. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing today? I hope the weather is nicer where you live. It's kind of ass apparently where I live right now, but I haven't actually looked outside, so like hold on. Why am I looking constantly to the top? Hold on. We gotta fix this. Guys. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Don't look. Don't look at my settings. Don't look. It's fine. Okay. Hi, everybody. It's beautiful. Oh my god. It's great that you're... Oh my god. I'm one sub away from 50? Yeah. That's kind of scary to me. A little bit. A little bit insane to me, TBH. 50! 50! That's like halfway to 100. Isn't that crazy? It's a little bit insane. Also, I'm glad you get to walk after work. I should probably go outside. I haven't gone outside in a few days now. But I plan on going outside soon. I've just been busy doing like a lot of stream stuff and like taking care of like other offline stuff. But I mentioned this before, but like I plan on going back to the gym soon. And that's on the menu. I think I might do that tomorrow or Friday. I might go to the gym before stream. I wanted to go today, to be honest. Hello. Welcome. Yeah, I was thinking of going to the gym, like, today. But the weather is apparently bad. Not that I've looked outside yet. Yeah. Apparently there's supposed to be some kind of ice storm or whatever. There was some kind of weather warning watch in the area where I live, so I was like, oh, that sounds bad. So I decided I wasn't gonna go outside today. But I'll go outside tomorrow. If you're wondering what's going on my screen, it's because I figured I'd set up like an AFK auto hunt while I was setting up stream. Just to, you know, I like prep basically before stream every time just to make sure that like all my scenes are good and like all my capture card and stuff is good and whatever. So I was doing that before stream and I was like, oh, I might as well set up a AFK hunt. Professional streamer. No. This is just, it's like just the basics. I do all this and yet I still end up being so scuffed like all the time when I need it to be not scuffed. I do my best. Anyway, today we're shiny hunting. Today we're gonna go shiny hunt in Pokemon Legends ZA. Because I love shiny hunting in this game because it's so easy and so fun. I figured it would be cool if chat could pick what Pokemon we're gonna hunt for. I'm just trying to figure out what's the best way. Is this your fave shiny hunting method? AFK shiny hunting? Dunsparce. I don't think Dunsparce is in this game, unfortunately. Also, hold on. I need to put my little... I forgot to put my little tippy here. Let's see. I really love the one where they call for... Yes! SOS chaining! SOS chaining was also one of my favorite... That was one of my favorite shiny hunting methods as well. That one was super, super fun. I like that one a lot. I also liked shiny hunting in XY a ton. Okay, hold on. I'm bad at multitasking. I'm trying to pin this message. There we go. Yippee! Did I pin that? Okay, cool. Yeah, can't believe it's been day 6 that I've been streaming straight. I don't think I've ever streamed 6 days straight before. But it doesn't feel like 6 days straight, to be honest. I've been having so much fun. Anyway, so the way that we're gonna do this, that I thought of that would make the most sense, at least I think it makes sense in my head. I'm gonna write down a number of it on a piece of paper. And if you wanna participate in getting to choose what Pokemon we shiny hunt, you can put a number in chat, from 1 to 10. Oh, wait, hold on. Don't do it now. Don't do it now, though. Hold on. Don't do it now. I need to write it down first. That way we're not, like, cheating or whatever. Cheating. LOL. Okay, I'm gonna write down a number. And then I'm gonna say, pick a number between 1 and, I gotta show you the paper? How am I gonna show you the paper? Okay, I'll show you, I'll take a picture of the paper. Hold on. Let me take a picture of the paper right now, that way you know that I'm not, lying about... Don't I have a hand cam? I do. I do actually have a hand cam. Okay, hold on. I have a better idea. I will show you the picture. I will show you the picture after, the number has been guessed. Okay. Okay, I wrote it down. No. We gotta make it fair. Okay. I wrote down a number, and I will show the number afterwards. But for now, okay. If you want to pick a Pokemon, guess a number between 1 and 15. And whoever gets the closest number gets to pick. I'm gonna go look for a list of Pokemon that are in Pokemon Legends ZA. Because unfortunately the roster is like not that large, TBH. But yeah, okay. Yeah, you can put in the number now. You can guess the number now. Whenever now will be whenever now will be live on the stream, LOL. Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to bring up OBS so that I can show you the picture afterwards. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do... Wait, should I save the image? That probably would be easier. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to save this picture. Oh my god. Why am I getting emails? I keep getting job alerts because I've signed up for a bunch of job alerts. Because obviously I'm trying to look for a job. Hold on. I'm trying to save the picture, and then I'm gonna put it here so that y'all can see it when... Okay. I'll give you all another minute if you want to put a number. And then I'm gonna put this picture up. OBS. Okay. Uh-oh. Ow! No, it's showing! Hold on, I spoiled it. I spoiled it. How do you know it would be 4? Like, it's the way I wrote it. It's the it's the way I wrote it down, and then you like guessed it right away. I was like, what the fuck? Oopsie. Anyway, let me delete that source now. So it's not in my way. I was thinking about the number 4. Anyway, you get to pick the Pokemon. Do you need a list? Do I need to go look for a list of the how mean should you be? What the fuck? Do you want us to be here for 6 million hours? We could be here for 6 million hours. That would be insane. I don't know. We can hunt for any. You know, we can hunt for any available Pokemon in this game is huntable. Some are just easier to hunt than others, but like, at this point, I kind of know all of the methods by heart. So, oh come on, not a shiny alpha female Dratini is crazy. I'm literally already here sitting hunting for a Dratini in the first place. Also, I said you get to pick the Pokemon. Just the Pokemon. If we add other criteria into this... Okay, you're teasing. Okay, thank God. I was gonna cry. TBH. Do you want me to cry on stream? Because I'll cry on the spot. Like, I'll cry. You want me to cry? I can cry. Anything blue. Wow, anything blue. Okay, hold on. We gotta look at the... list. I like blue too. I think blue is a great color. Okay, hold on. Let's okay. Wait. Should I check if there's a... I should check if there's a Eevee while I'm here. If you don't know how shiny hunting works in this game and why it's so easy, part of it is because the shinies save, essentially. So it's really hard to lose a shiny in most situations. And what I mean by that is that if a shiny triggers somewhere in the world, they won't go away until you catch it. Okay, that's not shiny. That's fine. Okay, let's look at the decks. Let's look at the decks. Okay, let's see. There's Totodile. Totodile's blue. But Totodile might be... Wait, do you want the Pokemon originally to be shiny, or its shiny form has to be blue? The shiny's gotta be blue. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure I know all of those by heart. You know, hilariously, right before stream, I, opened up Legend ZA, and the first thing that happened was I caught this Flabébé. The shiny Flabébé. The only thing that shows you that it's shiny compared to the non-shiny one is that its eyes are blue. I thought that was really funny. That I just, like, got it in the game, and, there was a shiny Pokemon there. I also caught 2 other shinies on my way to setting up my AFK. I caught a shiny, hold on. I've forgotten already. Emolga. There's one more. I caught 2 other shinies. There was an Emolga and something else. I don't remember. Anyway, shiny blue Pokemon. Blue shiny Pokemon, rather. Blue shiny Pokemon. ZA. Maybe this will give me a list. Apparently that dinosaur guy is shiny. However, that one's a little bit hard to do because I think I'd have to, like, reset my game entirely. So maybe not that one. Oh my gosh, what's this one called? The snow guy? Snow... Abomasnow? Abomasnow. Not Abomasnow. The one before Abomasnow. Snover? Oh, Snover has blue arms. What else is there? Let's see. I'm literally just Googling this. I'm literally just Googling for shiny blue Pokemon. Hold on. There's a video. Maybe I can speed this up. Whatever the Oshi thinks I would like, LOL. You'll treasure, LOL. Well, now that's a lot of pressure. Hold on. There's also Ralts. Ralts would be a pretty fun hunt to do, I think. Ooh! Hondur? What's that Pokemon called again? Hondoom? Hondur? That one's blue, I think. When it's shiny. Yeah, that one's blue, I think. And it's a dog, yeah, that's exactly it. I thought that could be fun. Okay, let's go look for... I think they are in Lysander's lab. I think that might be the best place for me to hunt for it. But I'm going to... Hondur and Hondoom. They're both blue. Okay. I think Lysander's lab is where I can hunt for that. So, where is it? Lysander's Cafe. There we go. Also, this one's a fun one because very easy AFK spot. This one you actually hunt pretty easily by just spawning the Pokemon and then leaving. Okay, hold on. I actually hunted here a lot for what was I hunting for here? Beldum. Beldum was what I was hunting here. Okay. Anyway. What the heck? What's shiny? Hello? Oh, there's a shiny Zoibat over there. Hold on. What the fuck? You're fine. And then there's these guys over here that I need to trigger. Okay. I'm just gonna go around spawning them. Okay. And then we're gonna go to the... Okay. I honestly think that Bat has been there since the last time I was shiny hunting in here. I probably actually should get rid of it just so I don't... That way I have a higher chance of getting the other shinies. Hold on. Let's go look for him. Where is he? He's like... Where is he anyway? Ow! Is he here? Oh, I don't want to get lost. Oop, I don't want to be in there. That's not what I want. You know what? I think it should be fine, even if I leave that bat there. Like I said, I shiny hunted a lot in here, so... it doesn't surprise me that there's a bat. I actually have, like, 3 of those already. Okay. Don't find me. Okay. They have to like spawn and respawn is the issue here. So I need to make sure that I'm far enough away. Okay. And I'm gonna go here. And we're gonna go here. Cool. And then I'm gonna put a tape on my controller. Okay. We're gonna put a timer. Whoa, that was an alpha. Crazy. I'm gonna put a timer. Hold on, I gotta answer a message real quick. I just got a message from a friend that seemed a little bit urgent. Okay, I'm gonna put a timer, and what I'll do is... Oh my god, I just realized that, like, doing a shiny hunt, like, Pomodoro stream, would work so well if we're hunting for a Pokemon like this. Because then I could just, like, set a timer, and every time the timer's up, we could, like, check if we have any shinies. You know? Oh my god. I should have thought about that. I wonder if there's a... I should put the timer on OBS, but I don't have like a plugin for that, so I'm gonna use my phone instead. We're gonna do, let's say 15 minutes for now. Maybe 20. Maybe 20 might be safer. Let's do 20. Let's do 20 minutes. I'm actually surprised I haven't gotten a shiny dog already, considering how much I've hunted here, but I also need to make sure that they're actually resetting. But I think they are. They should be. Because it's within the range. Right, I was explaining earlier before, how shiny hunting in this game works, but essentially Pokemon reset after you're like a certain distance away from them. So if you go at the edge of their like spawn location, basically, and keep going in and out of that, you can keep respawning the Pokemon, and that's essentially how you eventually get a shiny. I think this is far enough for the Houndoom also, just because it is far enough for the Beldum and Metang. But I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna double check on a video, just to make sure that I am not wasting my time, because that would be so funny. Shiny Hunt. Houndour Shiny Hunt. Legend ZA. Bum bum bum. Is there another spot? Oh, Zone 6 apparently is a good spot for it too. Hold on. Wild Zone 6. Oh, Wild Zone 6 because they have so many. Okay. Let's check Wild Zone 6. Let's try over there. Because there's more Pokemon. There's more dogs. Sorry if you hear the tape. That's how I keep the button. Oh, what the heck? Is that still the bat? Yeah, it's still the bat. I'm just gonna double check. Make sure the dogs... Let's check the dogs. The dogs are normal. I'm not sure they respawned at all, TBH. So, let's go to Wild Zone 6. Wild Zone 6. I should have thought of this spot. I haven't actually thought of this spot. I forgot that they spawn here. Okay, so there's 1. There's 2. There's the alpha. 4. There's 4 of them. Oh my god, that's so scary. Apparently not only at night. Looks like I have to do this manually though, because according to that video, the method was to just manually travel to Wild Zone 6 and then dodge roll every time. So this is gonna be a little bit more annoying to do, but in theory we'd be triggering more respawns because there's more of them here. And there's other Pokemon I can get shiny here. So that might be fun. Like the oh my god, what's that blue bird called? The one before Altaria. I've forgotten its name. LOL. You're not blue. Dabba dee dabba doo. I wonder if there's a bench nearby. Because if there's a bench, that would make this easier. Lompany, Barnacle. Is there a bench? There were a bench in here. There's benches! Very scary though. Very scary. Swablu! That's what he's called. Okay. This is gonna be a very scary spot. But it means I'll be able to AFK, so. Where did my... Hello? Oh, there it is. Uh-oh. Scary, scary, scary! My tape. My tape. Okay, there we go. And we'll be able to see the 2 here. So in theory, as soon as it's shiny, we'll hear it. Big old poppers? Well, one of them wants to kill me, I think. One of them wants to stab me in the... Hold on. I just realized my model is broken. Hold on. One sec. Ah. Did that fix it? Bah! Hello? Okay. Denying means I love you and dog. Oh, does it? It's very scary, though. It's very scary. Anyway. What was I gonna yap about? There was something I wanted to talk about, and I completely forgot, as usual. As usual, I have completely forgot what it is that I want to talk about. Oh yeah, I figured we could hunt. I'm probably gonna... I could, like, work on stuff while we do this. Or we could yap. Or I could do both. I can yap and work. I have been working on that, NSFW donation goal. It is coming along. Just rendering it is making me insane a little bit. And by insane, I just mean that it is taking me a while to render. Just like more than usual, I guess. But it's coming along. I should finish it probably before the end of this week. And then my plan is to work on the lorefic as well. Those are kind of my priorities at the moment in terms of like clearing out some of the other donation goals that got met. And then I kind of want to dedicate a lot of time to the script, the voice drama script, as well as figuring out the logistics for a karaoke stream. That one's gonna take some research on my part, just because there's a lot of sound things I need to set up that I like don't know how to do. Yeah, but it'll probably be like a fun set list. I'm a little scared of it because, like I said, I love to sing, but since my voice changed, like I don't have the same prowess that I used to have, and I kind of like haven't practiced singing as much as I would like. So I'm kind of hoping this will be a way to, like, you know, have fun with it. Hopefully not be embarrassed about it too. But yeah, it'll be at a later date. I just don't know when. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, nobody warns you about how hard it is to find your singing voice again after going on T. It's hard. It's really hard. Like, I think if I like dedicated more time to voice training and stuff, that I'd probably be in a better spot right now, but I definitely didn't prioritize it as much as I could have or should have. So it is what it is. I'm doing my best. Yeah. Oh, big yawn. Hold on. What else has been up? What else? Oh, have I talked about how... No, not good night. I just woke up like a few hours ago. I just didn't make my coffee yet. I was thinking that I would make my coffee like later when I'll take a little break and get my coffee. I mean, I could get my coffee right now, but I think I'll wait till like, I don't know, maybe an hour from now or something. I'll get it. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to yap about. So, you gotta start the day with caffeine, silly. Well, I did have lunch. But I wanted to, I had like a big glass of water, and then I was super full, so I didn't really want to make coffee. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna digest a little bit, and then, I'll have my coffee, after that. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I figure in like an hour from now, I'll be like less full, and then I can have my coffee. Yeah. Anyway, I remembered what I was gonna talk about. If we manage to get this shiny pretty fast, I don't know. It could go either way with shiny hunting, to be honest. I figured I'm probably gonna be playing more Yakuza tonight. I am thinking I will probably do a hard cut at around, oh my god, so scary. This is so scary when they're angry. I got distracted because he was so scary. Yeah, I think if we don't get the shiny by like 4 or 4:30, I will swap to Yakuza. Probably 4:30, to be honest. We'll give it a few hours, you know. We'll swap to Yakuza, but I will leave the shiny hunting like in the background. Obviously until I actually finally get it. But hopefully we catch it on stream. I think ideally we catch it on stream. That would be the most fun. So, we pray, we ball. We see if luck is on our side. Ooh. Oh my god, big yawn. Oh my gosh. It's because I'm like waking up. I'm looking at this piece. Obviously, I can't show it on stream. And I want it to be a surprise. I did post a little, like, preview. A little, work in progress, thing of it, on Blue Sky last night. So, if you want to see that, you can see it on Blue Sky. I don't know, I'm pretty proud of how I rendered the face. Pretty proud of it. I just need to figure out rendering the rest of it. It's just taking me a long time. I finally kind of, like, figured out my, like, what's comfy for me. In terms of, like, how I render. So there is that. And it's nice. Oh, hold on. Okay. I'm probably gonna draw at the same time while I do this. Just because, why not? You know? Why not? I am AFK anyway. In Pokemon. Oh, I also, off stream last night, like, got back onto Yakuza Kiwami because I really wanted to play Mahjong. So I got back on, and, played Mahjong for a bit. And I won a few games, so that's good. I got myself some points. But, yo, those, bots, those NPCs are so rough. It's like, it's insane. Only at the beginner's table, and I was getting my ass beat. I was like, what the heck? Why? I had to kind of resort to, like, doing very simple hands, just so I don't, like, because playing aggressively kind of fucks you over a little bit. It depends on your hand, obviously, but for the most part, it was fucking me over. And I was like, God, Yakuza hates me. Oh, you did go back and watch the VOD? Yeah! We met a little puppy. And daughter. I'm worried about what will happen to daughter. It's kind of why I really want to play more Yakuza today, to be honest, because I got so hooked last night, guys. Not gonna lie, I got so, like, engrossed in it. I desperately want to continue Yakuza. I was, like, thinking about next week's schedule already. Obviously I'm gonna be taking a little break after the DAWNATHON is over because I have never streamed for this many days straight before, and I need to, like, do something in my life other than stream. Because lately I've been just kind of, well, to be fair, I have been like productive, like, outside of stream too. Sorry, Xenoblade Kiryu has arrived. Yeah, we will get back to Xenoblade. Trust me, we will get back to it eventually. It's just one, I think Yakuza will be shorter, so there's that. And then two, we're also playing Resident Evil on Friday. Hope you're excited for that. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to handle the horror in it. I kind of like tested myself by like watching a little bit of a playthrough from someone else. And not gonna lie, I think I can handle it. It seems kind of on par with like Silent Hill to me, at least. Where it's like scary, but I was still able to like power through it. The reason the Chilla's art games were like hard for me, to be honest, was just like I said, I really don't do well with like being followed and house invasion specifically. So the paranoia that kind of like sets in when I was playing the Chilla's art games, or like specifically Parasocial, I guess, was like a little too much for Elmo. It was a little too much for Elmo, you know what I mean? But it's okay. Yeah. Like, gore and violence, and creepy monsters and stuff really do not scare me as much. In fact, I find them kind of fascinating. So, yeah. I think Resident Evil will be super fun. And I am really looking forward to it. Like I said, I've been like really... I've been talking about how excited I am and how much I've been wanting to play that game since like before the DAWNATHON. It would not be a stretch to say that like a lot of the reason the DAWNATHON even exists in the first place was because I wanted to fund playing Resident Evil. So I'm really excited about it, and I think it makes sense to kind of wrap the DAWNATHON with that game for that reason. So yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait to see Leon and learn more about Grace. I've been seeing all the memes and stuff. I'm just so excited. Oh. That was 20 minutes. Apparently, according to my timer. But I don't hear a shiny yet, so we're gonna have to keep going. I'm pretty sure we'll hear it, because they're literally right there. We'll also see it. And like I said, the shinies don't go away in this, so there's really no use stopping like my AFK thing. Oh yeah, by the way, tomorrow is gonna be an art stream. I know y'all like the art streams a lot for some reason. It's gonna be an art stream with Gog. I'm gonna test the like minimize window thing tomorrow and see how I can set that up with Clip. Hopefully that'll be fun. We're gonna be drawing whatever won the poll. I'm gonna close that poll like tomorrow before the stream probably. So get in those votes. Get in those votes. I'm gonna... Should I link it? Should I link it again? Hold on. If you vote... Yeah. I'm already thinking about what I'm gonna draw. To be honest, since I kind of figured which one was gonna win, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll look at like refs and stuff tomorrow when I draw, and then hopefully I can go through the entire thing of like drawing, line arting, and coloring it. It's not gonna be. It's probably not gonna be a fully rendered thing unless I end up really, really liking the sketch. It's probably just gonna be like I'll color it, you know, and then like add basics and shading and stuff. But I might not like fully render it. I might not like fully paint. I've been painting a lot lately. I need to do something that was a little bit more low stakes. And draw something a little bit low stakes. Big stretch. I wonder if I can move my tablet. So that I could draw more easily. But I kind of don't want to move my camera right now. Meh. I'll just leave it the way that it is right now. Hopefully it's fine. Is it fine? Yeah, it's fine. I say it's fine. Bum, 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 bum. See, I like how sometimes they're like asleep, so they don't notice me. So it's not scary. And then sometimes we sit at the bench and they do see me and I'm like, oh god. Scary. Is it just at night? Where he just like aggroes me instantly? Maybe. Maybe. You aren't blue. Turn blue. The alpha is only at night? Ah. That's what it is. It's still a Houndoom. It's just not alpha in the day. Right? I also, hold on. I've been waiting for a package. What the heck? It's daytime. It's still alpha. Oh. The alpha is, still there. The alpha is still there during the day. See? It's just sometimes it's like looking at me and sometimes it's not looking at me. Anyway, I've been waiting for a package for like a week now. Maybe more than a week. I think it's been more than a week at this point. And I was kind of hoping it was gonna like be out for delivery today, but considering the weather, probably not. So I'm sad because I really wanted to come. It's the first half of my merch that I ordered for the con. It's mostly my charms. I also ordered I also made like thank you cards. Like to put in with no, it's not out for delivery. I wish it was. It's in the city already. Like it's arrived in the city. But it doesn't look like it's like out yet, unfortunately. But I'm looking forward to receive it. I really wanted like I've been filming a lot of my like con prep stuff because I'm hoping to make a vlog out of it at some point. Like before the con, and then like I'm gonna film stuff during the con, obviously, and make a vlog out of like the con itself. So I think that'll be fun. But yeah, I've been filming a lot of like con prep stuff, and obviously I'll gonna film when I open up my charms, and I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to see how they turned out. I hope they turned out okay. I hope the colors turned out good. I hope the thank you cards turned out good too. They have Dawn on it. They have me on it, you know? It's very cute. Alright, at least I think it's really cute. I just thought it would be fun to print out some little cards. Just in case I do sell a little bit, you know? Ooh, double alpha. That's crazy. Lucky. Basically, that one on the left is always alpha, but if they have you on them, they are the cutest. Don't say that. That's embarrassing. Don't say that's embarrassing. What was I had a thought and I lost it again because I looked at my phone and I got distracted. Oh yeah, I did some test prints of some new art that I've drawn. There's one that I don't quite like how it turned out printed, to be honest. Well, I like how it turned out in small size, so I'm probably gonna print it out only in small size. But there's one print that I did that I really like as an 8x11, and as like a smaller print. So I don't know. I haven't decided if like do I just print them in both sizes, but I haven't done that for any of my other prints, and I also not sure that I have enough money for ink to print them in 2 sizes. So that's a conundrum I'm dealing with right now. But it just turned out so nice as an 8x11. I feel like it would be a shame not to do it as an 8x11. I might just keep the 2 that I printed in a smaller size and see if they sell. But the issue that I'm running into right now is that I've been drawing so much that I have like so many more prints than I thought I would have. So I have to kind of take down all my prints from my display and like rearrange them again. I really did not expect to like have so much inspiration to draw and make stuff. But then again, I also didn't expect to get laid off. So so that's part of a lot of it, I think, is the fact that I don't have a job, so I have like all this time and energy that I can spend on like stuff that I wanted to do. I don't know. I'm trying to make the most of it. I am trying to make the most of it, TBH. We do what we can. Not exactly the best situation to be living in, but I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best, and I don't know. I keep thinking about how like maybe the stars are just aligning to tell me something, and I haven't figured out what the stars have aligned to tell me yet. Does that make sense? Does anyone ever feel that way? Where it's just like, I'm receiving signs from I'm receiving signs from the universe right now about something, and I don't really know what that sign is. Yeah, I'm receiving signs, but they're not in my language. LOL. That's kind of what it feels like. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go make that coffee. So you stay here and watch the dogs. Watch dogs while I make coffee. It's your sign to be the bestest VTuber ever. That's not happening. That's not happening. I'm having a ton of fun being a VTuber, but that's not happening. Anyway, look at the dogs. I'm making coffee. Go look at the dogs.
Make them turn blue.
Watching the dogs. Oh my god. You spamming dogs? Spamming dogs in chat? They didn't turn blue! That's so sad. They didn't turn blue. They escaped? Oh, damn. They've escaped containment? Is that it? I made my coffee. I was thinking about it while making my coffee, but they escaped and ran away to college. Holy shit. There's some educated ass dogs. That's crazy. I was thinking about it while I was making my coffee. So I recently finished rewatching all of Utena and also the movie. And God, okay, probably there's a possibility that I might say some spoilers about Utena because I want to talk about Utena and my thoughts about it and stuff. But like, I was thinking a lot about Utena, because it's definitely one of those series that like every time you watch it, you kind of like take away more and more from it. Like you figure out more stuff about the series every single time you watch it. And I've always liked the anime. Obviously, it's hard not to. It's kind of the lesbian anime of all time. And God, getting to that scene, you know, like towards the end of the anime, that one scene that they replicated in Alien Stage, in the Karma music video of Alien Stage. Oh my god, that shit drove me so crazy. I was like sitting there, I was like, this is making me insane. I love that scene so much. And now having just the parallel in my brain of like Utena and Alien Stage. It makes my brain rattle. It makes my brain rattle quite a lot. But I was also thinking specifically about the film, the Utena movie. And the reason being that, like, aesthetically speaking, okay, and I'm saying this with the caveat that, like, I feel like you can't really grasp the movie unless you've, like, watched the entire series, once or twice, to be honest. But I adored the movie substantially more than the anime in some respects. Is that controversial? Is that controversial to say? I'll explain why. I think it's just because it is more visually appealing to me in some ways, and I think the way it builds on the series is so cool and fascinating, which is why I say this with, like, the caveat that, like I think you can only appreciate the movie if you've seen the anime. Yeah, the movie is so much more confident in its messaging. It didn't have to skirt, like, I feel like at times the anime did have to skirt around certain things, and then rely really, really heavily on metaphorical symbolism for some stuff. Not that the movie wasn't also doing that. The movie sometimes does that even more, more abstract than the anime does occasionally. But I think I like how direct the movie is in some respects. I like how forward it is in being, like, gay. How forward it is in being gay. I also just, I guess I'm kind of weak for Anthe with her hair down. And Utena with her short hair and the outfit that she has in the movie, that kind of like split Prince Gakuran thing, with her like hat I don't know. I'm a little biased towards the entire gender of that outfit. Um, I'm also I'm also like insane. I'm also insane about that. I forgot how funny this scene was. It's not only funny, it's also like really great. But the scene in the movie where Anthe like I don't know, she like breaks like a faucet or something to flood the flower garden, so that the stars can reflect off of the water, so that because like Utena was having a breakdown or whatever, and she was like he promised me we'd watch the stars together like always. So Anthe's response was, well, can he do this? Just like made a beautiful like sea of stars in the flower garden. And then there's like this long frame of her just like smiling at Utena, and all I could think of is Anthe being like, "Sarang hey baby girl, nobody could treat you better than I can." Like that's all I could think of. It's so funny to me. I love Anthe in the movie so much. She's so funny. She's just so funny. She's giving I don't know, ID gaff, you know? She given the ID gaff vibe, and I really love that for her. And I think you appreciate that so much more like after watching the anime. But yeah. Anyway, that was my little Utena spiel. I was so happy to watch the anime again. I just, like I said, I feel like I take away something new from it every time I watch it. And this time I think I took away like just a deeper appreciation for Anthe's character. Because, like, for the record, my favorite character in Utena is Nanami. My favorite character is Nanami. Because I think she's fucking hilarious and just peak. Utena and my favorite blonde Borbo of yours have the same aesthetic. Oh. There's definitely some overlap there. There's definitely some overlap. Lesbian overlap, indeed. Anyway. Let me pour my coffee. Anyway, the reason we were watching Utena, so my partner is doing basically like a marathon this year of like a bunch of shoujo anime, except that it's not only shoujo. There's a few other genres of anime that we have in there as well. That's not just shoujo, but it is like 90% shoujo. So Utena was obviously part of it. Before Utena, we'd watched all of Ouran High School Host Club again. Was that what we watched? Yeah. That was super fun. Yeah. And it was his first time watching, it was my partner's first time watching both. So, you know, we had a really fun time. And watching Utena after watching Ouran High School Host Club is so fascinating to me because, I mean, obviously, I think all shoujo kind of there is in some way derivative of Utena, in some capacity. That's how iconic it was, you know. But Ouran especially takes a lot visually, and thematically from Utena, like I think mostly as in a structural way, and a like direction, basically, you know, like it has a lot of visual resemblance to Utena, in also the way that it likes to do like metaphors and stuff. It's just not as deep as Utena ever is in Oran, but it's still fun, and I think it's really I think it was really fun to see Oran and then like go to Utena and be all like, oh my god, that's where we got that from, you know, like that's where all that came from. It was very fun. I love Oran High School Host Club as well. But anyway, the all this to say, the next one that we're watching is Clannad, which is not shoujo. It's actually so far from shoujo. To be honest, it's like it's it's not shoujo at all. But we put it on the list anyway, just because it is. Doesn't all shoujo spawn from Rose de Versailles? Yes, that too. But I think, and Utena definitely also comes out of Rose de Versailles in a lot of ways. But I think there's enough unique about the way Utena is animated, like Ikuhara's direction specifically. Like I think there's a lot in that is what remains in people's minds more than Rose de Versailles. Personally, that's my opinion. But anyway, yeah, we're doing Clannad next. I'm really excited. My partner has also never seen that one, so it's gonna be a wild trip. We are doing the entirety of it, so both Clannad and Clannad After Story. I'm so excited to watch it again, to be honest, because I actually have not rewatched Clannad since it aired. I watched it while it was airing in its entirety, like in real time. So I'm looking forward to watching it again. It's definitely one of my favorite stories of all time. It's one of the first very long VNs that I finished when I was much younger. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a really, really good visual novel. It taught me a lot about, like, I remember the first time I played Clannad. It was kind of the first visual novel I played that did the thing where you have to complete multiple routes in order to unlock the true ending. It was one of the first games that I had played that did that. And it was such a revelation to me. Like, it unlocked something in my brain about like story structure and how you can use alternate paths in a story to tell an even fuller story. You know, I wonder if that makes sense. Is what I'm saying making sense? I hope it is. But hold on, I need to take a sip of my coffee. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah, like it was basically the one of the first like pieces of media that I had consumed ever that did that. And it like stuck with me so hard. I just like, in the least spoilery way humanly possible, you basically in the VN cannot save a character unless you go through some other routes to collect I think what are essentially memories. They're like these key memory fragments that the main character needs in order to save this character and like get the true ending. And it's really sweet, and I remember crying so much when I was younger, playing through it for the first time and playing through that true ending for the first time. Like, it's one of those things that, like, I put a lot of stock into replaying a game in order to get, like, a true ending. A lot of people hate it. And a lot of people hate it because you don't want to be forced to replay a video game in its entirety. But I think there are situations in which narratively, like narrative design-wise, it makes a lot of sense to make a player play through a game almost entirely again. in order to convey a certain message. And a lot of the time that message is like showing you how much effort it takes to actually like reach a happy ending. Like it's not meant to be easy, you know? And I think that's really neat. I think that's really neat. Me smiling holding my art book of In Stars in Time. Oh, is this Zero Escape? This is practically like every video game that I've ever enjoyed in my entire life. Like, I'm talking specifically about Clannad right now, just because Clannad was one of the very first video games that I played that had this. But yes, Bravely Default, Zero Escape, 100 Line, slow damage, like Near Automata, you know, like all of these games. I have had In Stars in Time on my list of games to play for a very long time now. Wait, do you know Tell, do you know how long In Stars in Time is? Like, is it a very long game? How many hours do you think it would take? Do you think it would take a person, like, on average to beat? Just because I do really want to play that game really badly. I have not had the time. And I'm wondering you need to check out Clannad eventually. You've watched the anime. Yes, I super recommend it. The visual novel is truly, like, it is a masterpiece. 24 hours for the finish. Oh, not bad. So it's about the same length as Paranormicide. You know, I might make that a game. Another. Do I have too many games going on right now? Hold on. Do I have too many games going on right now? 24 hours for the finish. We'll see. I do have a lot of games going on right now. But In Stars in Time is definitely on my list of stuff that I eventually want to play on stream. Yes, Clannad is extremely massive for a visual novel. Let me check its word count to be actually. Clannad word count. Let's see. The Clannad visual novel script contains approximately 1.3 million words. Yeah. English? No, that's not correct. Words? No way. It's like characters, right? 1.3 million characters? It's definitely not words. Yeah, the word count is probably like in the 200,000. I think. According to this Steam page. Yeah. Clannad, like, for a visual novel is, I think when I first played it, it took me like 70, 80 hours or something. It is a very long read. Like, there are certain routes that literally could be its own video game on its own, is how long they are. And it's done really well in the anime, to be honest. Like, they condense the anime pretty well, but obviously, like, you sacrifice kind of like the main, you know, like the other routes, like, in depth. So in order to achieve the length that the anime has, I feel like the VN is definitely worth it if your favorite characters were not Nagisa, basically, because obviously the anime does focus on Nagisa, and Nagisa is, you know, our end girl. But the VN does go like deeper into the other characters, and then you get to know them a lot better than you do in the anime. So if you like them more, you're in for a treat. Yeah. Clannad is definitely one of the longest visual novels out there, I think. It's so good. Big recommend. Although surprisingly, it's not my favorite. Key. It's not my favorite. So Key is the studio that wrote and developed Clannad, as well as other super well-known series, such as Canon and Air. But my favorite of their games is actually Little Busters, which is kind of their magnum opus. It's the one that came out like after Clannad. And the anime wasn't done by Kyoto Animation, unlike like Kyoto Animation basically animated, like it did an animation of Air, Canon, and Clannad. But another studio did Little Busters. And one, I love the game a lot. I think Clannad is probably the better visual novel, but Little Busters is certainly still a masterpiece. I am biased towards the Little Busters anime pretty heavily. It's a really good anime. If you're into working for your happy ending, if you're you know, in the style of all the pieces of media that we've been talking about for the last like 20 minutes, I recommend Little Busters. It's a really fantastic anime. It made me cry a lot, and I cry a lot thinking about it, to be honest. See, the thing with Angel Beats is that like Angel Beats is sad, but didn't get it didn't get the full core that it deserved, and hence like it's a little stained in my memory because it didn't get to be as long as it needed to be in order to reach like maximum emotional impact. And so Angel Beach is like doesn't even fit into my list because the writer behind Angel Beats like worked for Key. Or works for Key. I'm not sure at this point anymore. It's been a long time. But yeah. It is... I'm too old for that kind of emotional damage. I adore emotional damage. I love being emotionally damaged. Repeatedly by fiction. I like posted my 9 games, I think, the other day. And I was thinking about it I was thinking about that list pretty heavily because I wanted to get kind of like the whole spectrum of like games that I enjoy, I guess. And kind of encompass like all of it somehow. Which is how I ended up with the list that I had. And just to name what was on the list. So I had the 100 line, Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers, Nier Replicant, Pokemon Scarlet, specifically Teal Mask and Indigo Plate, Slow Damage, Virtue's Last Reward, Kingdom Hearts 2, Ida Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative, and 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim were the games that I put on there. And I feel like it paints a pretty obvious picture that I like to be... I like stories where a main character is forced to suffer kind of intense, immeasurable, unknowable pain. And like having to fight for like a small sliver of hope, like a small sliver of a happy ending. I just like all of those games are about characters or a character who has to suffer immeasurably in order to grasp like even the littlest bit of happiness. Yeah, those are the kind of stories that I enjoy. I think it's cathartic. I think it's really gratifying. I think it's the kind of thing that gives me hope a little bit in the world. Just because I think living is so hard. I think choosing to stay alive and choosing to figure out how to live is like the hardest thing a human being can do. It is so hard. Like, I don't know, maybe some other people find living to be easy, like choosing to live to be easy or whatever, but I find it so hard to make that choice every single day. Like, every single day having to wake up and make the decision that I am going to be alive today is so hard. And so when I get to experience stories where characters are just like in this hopeless pit of despair, and they are still somehow trying to get by, they're still trying to cling on to hope, and they're still trying to like find their own happiness and find their own way in life to be happy and find a good ending of some kind. I don't know, it just gives me a little bit of faith in the universe. It gives me a little bit of hope. This is my essay about how much I love Graha Tia from Final Fantasy XIV. Sorry for this, and I mean this endearingly as someone who is also like this. Suicidals be like, listen, it's true though. Okay, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. That's literally what it's like. That's just what it's like to be passively suicidal, and then occasionally maybe not, just like every day of your life. Oh my god, that's so true. Listen, that's my speech. That's my speech about choosing to live. You know, I've spoken about that, like, y'all might know, but I've spoken about this quote from Final Fantasy XIV like a handful of times already. It's from patch 5.3 of Shadowbringers. And it's when, hold on, I need a sip of my coffee. And it's when Graha says that to take action is to hope. If I ever got a text tattoo, that's the quote that I would love to get tattooed somewhere, because I think about it all the time. To take action is to hope, because acting means that you have, like, doing anything, taking an action in any shape, way, or form means that you haven't given up. And if you haven't given up, it means that you have hope. And I think that's so beautiful. You know what? It's actually kind of crazy that I didn't put Danganronpa on my 9 games list, but the main reason I didn't do that was because I put 100 Line on there. They kind of overlap in my mind, but I think hope is beautiful. I think hope is a very beautiful thing, and I think it's what I personally cling on to as someone who struggles with the concept of being alive. Hope is what gets me through days, you know, like, just like hope in better things, hope that things will get better, hope that the world isn't as bad as my brain wants it to think. Oh my god, I'm getting emo, guys! But also jingling my jester hat. Danganronpa hope moment. Yeah! Makoto Naegi, where are you? Bro is right here. Bro is right here. Oh my god. You know, speaking of Danganronpa, 2x2 is coming out soon, or is it already out or something? I'm really excited about that. Graha Makoto lives rent-free in my head. I think about that one post of Graha Nagito Graha a lot, just because I have a friend who teases me with that sprite, like, all the time. And it drives me crazy that he does it, because I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, shut up. Leave me alone. Shut up. Yeah, Graha Nagito. Still, I think Danganronpa 2 is like the best Danganronpa game. I'm looking forward to 2x2. 2x2? I don't know. How are they marketing that game? How are they saying that game's name? Because it's gonna have, like, it's like Dangan, oh my god. It's the second game, but apparently there's gonna be, like, extra content in it. So, I don't know. I really wanna get my hands on it. I don't know that that's something I'd play on stream just because the voice acting would be crazy, and also, like, it's really long. So, that's probably something I'm gonna play in my private time. TBH. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Apparently, the entire English cast is reprising their roles in it, which is, like, feels like a rarity these days. So, I am super happy about that. That's good news, I think. And I'm looking forward. I look as forward to it. I can't believe none of these dogs are blue. I can't believe these dogs are not blue. Okay, hold on. Let's... I'm gonna look around at the other dogs real quick. I'm gonna look around at the other dogs real quick just to make sure. Nope, not shiny. Is there anything else that might be shiny? No. Do we have anything here that's shiny? No. Oh, I'm being chased! Run! Run, bitch, run! Bitch, run, bitch! Is there any other Pokemon over here? No? Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back to our bench. Yes. Okay. Put back my elastic on my controller. Boop. Man. What was I talking about? Oh, right. I was being emo. Oh my god, I was being emo. God. Guys. You know, speaking of being emo, did I talk about how I've been rewatching Sword Art Online recently? Did I talk about that? I think I posted about it, that I've been rewatching it. And I was like, you know, Sword Art Online is really, really good when you don't have someone in your ear telling you that it's bad. And I say that knowing full well that it does have bad stuff about it. I will say its main fault is one, what the 4chan community has done to Kirito pisses me off every single day. And then two, the other thing is that unfortunately every single arc of Sword Art Online like mandatorily needs to have like a shitty, creepy older man character doing some form of essay. like every fucking arc has to have like one of those for some reason, and it is deeply irritating. And the show does like sometimes be very low-key misogynistic. Maybe not low-key, maybe it's high-key, but if we overlook that for a minute, I really like Sao because, okay, I'm gonna talk specifically about Aincrad, which is like the first half of season 1. It's the first like 14 or 15 episodes, I think. Aincrad is so good, especially those first like 8 or 9 episodes. I feel like they're kind of the best episodes of Sao, and I kind of wish that it continued to be like that, to be honest. But then it has to do like plot stuff in the later half of the season, so I kind of get it. They also needed to build like Kirito and Asuna's relationship, and I get it. But those first like 8-ish episodes of Sao, especially the Lisbeth episode, to me are so peak in terms of storytelling, because what I love about it is that you have these like you're presented with this situation in which like what is it, like 10,000 people are you know, like now trapped in this video game, unable to log out. And then instead of like following that chronologically, you get these time skips that is showing you kind of the evolution of people dealing with it and how like attitudes towards their situation is changing over time. And I love that so much. Like, you get to see kind of the different stages that Kirito goes through as well. Like, he's this really... What I love about Kirito is that he's really soft boy to me. He's like really soft boy core to me. Perhaps one of the first, like, of his specific type of soft boy. And he's... You know, it's not that he dislikes people, you know? I think he's, like, just legitimately shy. Like, he genuinely wants to connect with people, but he's had so many bad experiences with them, or with people, like, not trusting him, or judging him for certain reasons, that he, like, is just scared, you know? Like, he's shy and he's scared. And, like, watching him kind of go through these arcs of, like, still trying to connect with people, or other people trying to connect with him, is so, like, cute. And I love that a lot of it, like, the episodes that happen where we're not, like, seeing it from Kirito's POV, like, the episodes that are from, like, the girl, like, side girl's POV, especially, like, Lisbeth, right? So, the Lisbeth episode, to me, is really, really fun, because, one, it's from Lisbeth's perspective, and there's a lot of knowledge there that the viewer has that Lisbeth doesn't, and it creates this really fun dynamic in the episode where, like, at this point, you know that Kirito and Asuna have developed a friendship, and now at the beginning of that episode, you're like, ooh, does Asuna like Kirito back? You know, like, we have that knowledge in our back pocket, but Lisbeth doesn't when she meets Kirito, and so she falls for him kind of, like, head first, and just, like, they go through something pretty traumatic, right? You know, like, they almost die in a pit, with an ice dragon, or whatever. So it's, like, no wonder that she, you know, like, she goes through something that's, like, kind of crazy. So I kind of don't blame her for kind of, like, wanting to immediately confess to Kirito and be like, stay in my life forever! Like, I can't blame her. Also, have you seen Kirito? He's, like, so cute. I kind of get it. I kind of get why people keep falling in love with him, because, like, the same bitch. Anyway, and then it's just like it's one of the only times that Kirito is, like, made advances on, and he actually, like, realizes that the other person's actions, like, he actually perceives the other person's actions as romantic, because he typically, whenever a girl, like, does anything, he does not he does not acknowledge their actions as romantic at all. Bro's so gay in my mind. Bro, look, listen. If you watch Sao with, like, a Fujo lens on, it becomes an entirely different television show. And a better one at that. Like, if you look at Kirito through the lens of, like, this man is gay. This boy is gay. This boy is gay, and yet straight women keep falling in love with him. When in reality, he is really only, like, projecting his image of, like, his little sister that he misses onto them. But I mean that strictly platonically. We're not going to talk about the weird incest thing that goes on in LAO. But, oh my god. All this to say, what was my point again? My point my point is that it's really fun to watch Kirito's, like, evolution in those first 8 episodes, because you sometimes get it through his perspective, but you sometimes get it through other people's perspective, and the way Kirito views himself versus how, like, other characters view him is so different, because Kirito in his own mind is kind of emo, in the sense that he's really sensitive and cries a lot, but I think a lot of other characters just see him as really cool. And the only people that really, like, who don't see him as cool and kind of see him as his actual awkward self and stuff is Asuna and Klein, basically. I think they're the only two, at least in the first like half of Eintracht, who like actually see Kirito properly as this like guy who's trying to be cool because he is a teenage boy, but is in reality just really awkward and silly and wants to like be friends with people but doesn't know how to because he's scared of them. I love Kirito. I'm mostly excited to keep watching. I honestly, I might just like skip the LA arc. I don't know, because I really don't want to watch it again. But I also feel like I need to, like I need to rewatch it with my new perspective now and be properly mad at it, because I was mad at it the first time I watched it when I was younger, obviously, because it fucking sucks. But I want to watch it again so I can complain about it properly. Is that crazy? Do you ever consume media that you know you will be angry at just so that you can like complain about it validly? Am I the only one who does that? Am I crazy? Hate watching? Okay, thank God. I hate watch, but I at least don't hate tweet, you know? I have too many things I want to do that I don't have time to do that. You know what? That's probably a healthier way of living. That's probably a healthier way of living. I sometimes, to be fair, I don't tend to do this with longer stuff. So usually if it's like anime, I won't do that too. Like I'll give it 3 episodes, and if I don't like a TV show in 3 episodes, I'm just like, nope, I'm done. Like it's too much of a time commitment for me. But often, like I will often put on movies just casually, like in the background, and sometimes there are things that I know I might dislike, or whatever, or that I've not heard good things about, but I'm like curious enough to see like how bad it is or whatever. So for films, it does happen to me. Like for films, I do that a handful of times, where I will watch a film and then hate on it afterwards. Just because films are so much easier to do that with, because they're so much shorter, you know. But it also does happen very often. Like my friends and I like to go see movies blind a lot. Like we go hang out and we just go like watch a movie, and oftentimes we don't really know anything about the movie before we go watch it, so it tends to be a surprise when we come out of it whether or not it was good or not. Like right now you're playing Slay the Spire 2 while watching stream and chatting. Oh my god, I hear Slay the Spire 2 is really, really good. A lot of people have been playing it. I don't really know if that game is for me, TBH, but it's goated. What kind of game is Slay the Spire anyway? Is it a roguelite? Because if it's a roguelike, I can't play it. And by I can't play it, I mean I tend to be not good at them. Or I tend to not stick to them. Slay the Spire 2. Hold on. It's a deck builder game, right? It's the original roguelite deck builder. Yeah, I'm really bad at these games. As in, I never stick to them all that long. But I love watching other people play it. Play games like that. Yeah, Slay the Spire made the genre popular. Oh, so that's why people are, like, really, like, hyped up about it. Because it's kind of like the origin point. That makes sense. I'm glad people are having fun with it. I've been seeing a lot of people on my friends list play it, so yeah. Oh my god, apparently there's a Spike Chunsoft sale right now? Whoa. There's a Spike Chunsoft sale right now. No dog yet, guys. That's so sad. Oh my god, what else is on this sale? Oh my gosh, Rain Code is on here. I got Raincode when it launched. Raincode is another Kodaka game. Kazutaka Kodaka, he wrote and directed the Danganronpa games. I got Raincode when it came out, and then I never actually finished it. I don't know, I just got like bored of it at some point. Yeah, exactly. Like it came out, and then people didn't really talk about it at all. I also know that like the Ever 17 games are like on Steam now. But I heard some stuff like do we know if it's a good re-release or if it's a bad re-release? Like and I'm not sure if it's all of them. I know Ever 17 is there and Never 7. And I heard some people like be upset about the re-release because they like changed some stuff or whatever. But I haven't looked into it yet. So to be honest, I feel like if I've ever played Ever 17, I would just go look for the original, and not play the Steam version. But I probably need to look into what it is that the re-release fucked up. Oh, hey Metal! What's up? Oh my god, what else is on this list? Ever 17, and Remember 11. I think Remember 11 is not on Steam yet. Yeah. But, Ever 17 and Never 7 are on there. Yeah, I'm really curious about what it is that, like, people are upset about, to be honest. Oh my god, Shuten Order is also on sale. I forgot that this game came out. I was looking forward to it before it came out. Shuten Order, I believe, is also a Kodaka game. I don't remember what the premise of it is, but the art direction of it, like, intrigued me so much. I really wanted to... I'm gonna put it on my wish list, actually. There we go. Yep. Let's see. Usually play games where the characters are in their 20s. That way you have a crush on the character, but the game is great. Yeah, the game is so good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's a really good JRPG. I feel like Xenoblade is pretty underrated. In the grand scheme of things. So. Wow. None of these dogs are blue yet. This is so sad. It's so sad. Really wanted to get the shiny on stream. You know? I thought it would be better. I thought it would be more fun that way. There's still a chance. Like I said, I plan to go until 4:30, probably. Yeah, we'll go until 4:30. And see if the shiny will pop by then. If not, like I said, I was gonna swap to Yakuza tonight. I actually have a waiting room ready for it already. So when we switch over, I will just go live on there. I'll share the waiting room in a little bit. But yeah. I just really want to play more Yakuza. I want to play more Yakuza, and I don't have like a cutoff time today. So I want to, like, I don't know, play at least like 2 or 3 chapters of it or something. Get some side quests done. I want to know what's up with the little girl and the dog and I want to know what's happening in Yakuza so bad. Dog. No dog. Also, you're onto Resident Evil 4, even though you didn't actually beat Resident Evil 1. Well, Resident Evil 4 is apparently the best one. I've seen through Resident Evil 4, like the original, like twice. Really banger game. I think that game is really goated. Would love to play it myself someday. But if I played it myself someday, I probably would grab the remake of it. But we have 9. We're gonna be playing 9 on Friday. That's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun to play 9. I've been looking forward to it so much. You're playing the Wii version? Yeah. Okay. Isn't that the original one? Is the Wii version the original one? Generally makes it terrifying. Yeah, I imagine. Oh, the original is the GameCube version. Okay, so the Wii was a port, I guess? Or re-release? Inch. I did not know that. I didn't realize it was that old. Holy crap. That's insane. I need to make a post for Yakuza. Oh no. Oh no? Xenoblade is so freaking good, I can't believe they... Yeah. Xenoblade is really, really good. Banger games. I really need to... I want to get to the Nintendo Switch 2 upgrade pack for Xenoblade X. So I can finally start playing that game too. I'm planning on playing that one off stream though, so do not fret. I'm not adding another game to my list. I should probably make like a spreadsheet of things that I want to do on stream, so I don't end up getting lost. But at the same time, I kind of take each week, like by week, based on like what I feel like playing. I was already thinking about next week's schedule. I should make a spreadsheet, you mean? Yeah, I really should. But I was already thinking about next week's schedule. And it's probably all gonna be Yakuza and Resident Evil, to be honest. I'm trying to take some time off next week. Since I streamed so many days in a row. Like, I'm taking off this weekend. And I'm gonna try to take some time off next week, so I can start, like, taking care of some stuff IRL. I really need to do chores. Like, I really need to do chores. The chores, they need to be done. The kitchen, especially, I need to clean my kitchen so badly. I've been wanting to do it for, like, months, to be honest, and then I just, have not, because mental illness is a bitch. But yeah, I'm hoping next week that I will finally be able to do that. Or like this weekend, probably. We'll see. Yeah, I'm like, I gotta take advantage of the fact that I'm jobless and like clean up the entire condo. So, that's the dream. That is the wish. And then once everything is clean, you know, I'll feel so much better. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to going to the gym. Did I mention? That's what I plan on doing tomorrow before stream. I plan on going to the gym. I mostly want to do cardio. So we'll be doing that. At my previous job, one of my coworkers, like, she like would work out at the gym, and what kind of like motivated her to do it is like she would watch stuff while she like did her workouts, and I'm like, that's so smart. I used to do that too when I went to the gym, except what I used to do was I'd listen to podcasts. And I guess I could still do that, but I have more interest now in like catching up to like stuff in my backlog that I want to watch. So I feel like going to the gym and then like putting on like a show, like I watch a couple of like if it's an anime, I watch maybe like 2 or 3 episodes of it or something. If it's like a longer TV show, then I put on like 1 episode or something while I run or like do cardio basically. And it'll be nice, and I want to try and do that. Like, I'm aiming to go like 3 times a week for an hour at first. Like, that's what I want to kind of start with. Maybe that's a little bit ambitious, but I kind of want to aim a little bit high because I noticed that cardio does help me sleep better. And I've mentioned this before, but like I still have my ongoing sleep issues happening right now. I did finally get a call back from the sleep clinic, by the way, so I will be finding out results soon. I'll probably talk about that once I get my once I find out what the hell is going on, if maybe they figured out what's wrong with me. But yeah, I'm like trying to get my life together, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get my life together. God, trying to get my shit together. Okay, I need to make a post for Yakuza. I need to make a post for Yakuza. Hold on. They're not blue. They're never blue. Let's see. Let's see. Swapping. Too bad it's not as easy on YouTube to be switching streams as it is on Twitch, where you just change the game that you're playing. But I still greatly prefer YouTube as a platform over Twitch, to be honest. I also need to get into cardio, but I need to find a low impact way of doing it. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm planning to start off with too, is very low impact. Just because I get out of breath really, really easily, and it can trigger my anxiety when that happens, which is not great, because that can turn into a panic attack, and I would like to not get panic attacks at the gym, to be honest. So I'm also planning to do low impact. I think the best way of doing it is maybe like doing like walking or like speed walking. Oh, joint problems. Yeah. I think cries and exercise-induced asthma. Yeah. I don't know if it's asthma in my case. I just know that like sometimes I get panic attacks if I cardio too hard. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, to be honest, but I want to try and take it easy. So we'll do our best. I need something. I like need to be physically active in some way. And I need to get out of the apartment once in a while. I need to motivate myself to do that. And I think the gym would be a nice routine. Obviously, like, I've been suggested to just like take walks around the neighborhood. But if I'm being honest, maybe in the summer I will do that because I can play Pokemon Go at the same time. And I know I can do that now, but I don't like it as much when the weather isn't nice outside. You know, like I prefer to do it when it's like the summertime and it's nice out and yeah. So in the summer I'll have that, but before then I still want to go to the gym. I still want to try going to the gym. I like doing walks around the block here, but I've been sick for over a week now. No! Oh no! Oh no, not the sick. I hope you are resting and taking care of yourself. That's not fun. I hope you are having soup. Or like, nice soft foods. Good soft foods. Jasmine teen and you're trying your damnness. Hell yes. We just gotta be trying our damnness all the time. I love a good tea when you're sick, you know? Actually, one of my least favorite things about being sick is that I usually try not to have coffee. And that is so dire to me, not having my coffee. But I just feel like coffee makes me even more sick when I'm sick, so. You're probably on the tail end of it, but it's really tenacious. Oh my god, that's the worst. My least favorite part of being sick is always, like, the end part of it. To be honest, like, the beginning part of it and the part of it where it's at its, like, worst, I'm kind of okay with, just because, I don't know, personally, feeling a little delirious and sweaty and stuff is, like, I'm like, okay, I just need to get through this, and then it'll, you know, like, the worst of it is through. But, like, the tail end, where it's just, you have, like, symptoms, but you feel better already, and, like, you want to be doing things, but you, like, physically are still sick. Ugh, it's so annoying. And coughs are the worst. I hate when coughs, when I had COVID, Bovid, when I had COVID, the cough stayed for, like, a month afterwards, and it was so annoying. It was so annoying. It was the most annoying thing, because I like felt fine for the most part, and then it's just like, but I would cough. I also hate that I just started a routine of trying out the weekly special coffee at a nearby cafe and writing a review. Oh, timing, man. It's always the timing. Timing's so crazy. You know, it's like, it really sucks when you finally, like, rack up the energy to, like do something. And, like, you finally defeat executive dysfunction and you accomplish something, and then the universe is like, stop right there. Stop right there. And you're like, why? Switching. Yeah, it sucks. It's not fun. Ugh, almost done with my coffee. I probably should chug the rest of it because it's getting kind of cold. But I don't want to chug it. I want to enjoy it. I'm also, like, congested right now. I've been I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've been congested, like, all week because I think it's, like, allergy season. It's starting to creep in. Those desk mug warmers. I do actually have a desk mug warmer, but I, like, some months ago swapped to drinking coffee out of mason jars. And I kind of don't want to put the mason jars on the desk warmer because I don't think they're meant for that. So I suffer. It's just that the mason jar, like, I can put more coffee in the mason jar than I can in, like, a regular coffee mug. So I really like drinking out of them. It's my favorite. I use a mason jar. A mason jar is, it's like a type of jar. Like, normally, you know, if you go to the grocery store and you buy, like, pasta sauce, they often like come in mason jars. Some brands of them, at least, like come in mason jars. It's like those glass jars that you can put any like sauce or like liquid in. I like drinking my coffee out of it because it's a good size. It's a good size for the amount of coffee that I like to drink in a day. Because I usually try to limit myself to drinking only one a day. Largely because, one, I need a coffee every day to kind of stay awake. And they're also a good preventative for my chronic migraines. So, yeah. The mason jar is kind of like the perfect size for that, for me. At least. Oh my god, have I mentioned to y'all that I have been trying to get that clip out of my parasocial stream? I've been trying to make some clips out of that stream, but every time I like try to go edit it, I keep jump scaring myself with my own scream and then not wanting to edit the video anymore. So that's kind of the reason why I don't have those clips up yet, is just because I keep scaring myself whenever I'm going to edit. But I'm gonna try to get that done later today, maybe, or tomorrow. We'll see. I'm trying to do it like not too late at night, just because it'll scare me more. So we'll see if I can do it after stream. Hold on. I need to ask. Sorry, my friend just messaged me again. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. All right, I was doing so many things at the same time, and I didn't get any of it done because I keep getting distracted by stuff. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh right, those clips. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get those clips done today, like later tonight or something. Can you believe we still have a single blue dog yet? This is so homophobic. This is so homophobic, guys. But I'll keep hunting. Like I said, we'll switch over to Yakuza in about 20 minutes. I'm probably gonna like I said, I have a waiting room for it already up. Yes, my favorite LGBT icon, Blue from Blue's Clues. Not a single blue dog. So sad. I'm probably gonna like go live directly without like my starting screen, or I might starting screen for like a minute on the next one for Yakuza, but I'll have oh my god, you know what I could do? I could easily like play Yakuza but still have like a little window of Pokemon in a corner while I shiny hunt. So we can play Yakuza, but also watch out for Blue Dog. Wouldn't that be funny? I think I could set that up on OBS. I think I could manage to do that. That way it'll still be there. So if we catch it on stream, it'll still be, you know, like it'll still be there. Okay, hold on. Let me make my posts for Yakuza. ta 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 Yakuza. Yakuza. BRB. I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm writing this post. Yakuza. Hashtags are so... I feel like I rack my brain every single day about hashtags, and I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. Can I just write RGG also? Ryuga Gotoku. Okay. Have that post ready. Okay. Alright. This dog has like 15 more minutes to show up. Come on, dog. I believe in you. Come on, dog. Do you know what we're naming the dog? Do you know what we're gonna name the dog? Do you have a name for this dog? Do you have a name for this blue dog? You do not. Jimmy? Jimmy. Shrek is... we can't name a blue dog Shrek. That doesn't fit. That doesn't fit. Shrek is green. We need to name him something blue. Dabba-dee dabba-doo. Bum 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 bum. Oh, what the heck? Oh. I just got this email from Google Maps being like, thank you for your contributions. And I'm like, what the hell did I contribute? And it's because I had left a review for a store that I went to, like last week or something. Because they were like, oh, if you leave us a Google review, you get a free face mask. And I was like, oh my god, free face mask? Hell yes. I love free face masks. I love face masks in general. Skincare is so important, guys. I know I've had the skincare conversation before, like plenty of times. But skincare is so good for you. Time and relative dimension in space. Name it that. That's blue. That's a really long name. Time and relative dimension in space. Oh my god. I'm also not sure that would fit in the Pokemon naming window. Unless we shorten it to... That's TARDIS! Oh my god. I just realized it's TARDIS. I'm so stupid. Yes, skincare is nice to do. I recommend skincare to everybody. I say, despite the fact that I have been kind of bad about my skincare the last week, I've been doing very minimal skincare, like not my full routine. But I should be doing my full routine. I can already feel my skin getting a little angry at me for not doing my full routine. So I must get back on that. I was thinking it flew over y'all Americans' head. Well, you know, to be fair, I'm not American. But I also like don't watch what's that show called again? Doctor Who? My bad. I'm the guy who didn't watch that show. My B. I remember. I know 10. 10, the 10th Doctor is, David Tennant, right? I know him. I'm familiar with that guy. I know that guy. Yeah, see, I remember his name. I know him. Do I know much about Doctor Who in general, though? Not really. I know that he time travels. And I know there's a phone booth. I know that, like, every time the Doctor changes, the actor changes. Like 007. The 10th Doctor was probably a big part of me realizing I'm pan. Oh my god, revelation. Formative. Formative. Is that the word I'm looking for? I think so. He had that effect on people. That's so funny. You know, David Tennant was kind of cute. Is kind of cute. I don't know what he looks like anymore, but I do, like, in my mind remember what he looked like as the 10th Doctor, and he is kind of cute. So I get it. I get it. Blue dog. Pss, 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 pss. Blue dog. Pss, 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 pss. Blue dog. Pss, 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 pss. Maybe the pss, pss, pss doesn't work if it's a canine. Maybe it only works for cats. Pss, 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 pss. Blue dog. Pss, 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 pss. Blue dog. Pss, 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 pss. Went from twink to millennial dad. Well, ain't that the pipeline? Oh my god, that's also the Leon S. Kennedy pipeline. He also went from twink to millennial dad. You got a whistle for dogs? I don't know if I can whistle. Hold on. Is that working? I'm not really good at whistling. Wait, name it K9. Leon Kennedy and David Tennant are the same species. Oh my gosh. Yeah. There's a Venn diagram we can create, I think, of male characters. I should rank men someday. That would be a fun stream, I think, where I talk about men. A stream where I talk about men that I like. a stream where I yap for like 3 hours about fictional men that I like. David Tennant is Galarian Leon Kennedy. So Leon Kennedy is from Unova. Is that what it is? LOL. Oh my god. You know, I think I would love to do a stream where I just like yap about fictional men that I enjoy. And then I start ranking them. I just like make a tier list, and then I gather like PNGs of all the fictional men that I like, and I rank them. I make them do battle royale against each other to see who lands on top. And it would be crazy because there's a lot of fictional men that I like. My office is surrounded in them. It would be a never-ending list. It would be a never-ending battle. I don't know, I bet I could yap about that for like 4 hours straight. And you would all be so tired of me. You'd be like, Dawn, you talk about men way too much. Dawn, have you considered talking about women for once? Dawn, would you consider talking about women for— You know what? To be fair, I did talk about Utena earlier. So I did talk about women for a little while, for once, in my life. Fictional man tier list Zatsu. It would just be like repeated, just like a string of TED Talks where I'm like, so that's true. I did also talk about Alien Stage earlier, along with Utena. So, I could write a whole essay about Mizisua. I could write a whole essay about both of them, but preferably Sua. I love Sua a lot. Men are such a cool species. Yeah, I wish men were real. What was that thought that I was having? Yeah, maybe that fictional man tier list Zatsu is on the list somewhere. I might guerrilla stream that someday if I feel like it. Because I think what I'd want to do is like collect a bunch of PNGs and stuff, so I can set it up in a tier list, in the tier list maker, so that they're there already. And then y'all would be like, "Wow, Don, there sure are a lot of blonde men in this list. There sure are a lot of blonde twinks in this list. Do you have a type or something?" And then we like scroll, down the list, and then eventually we hit the like redhead zone of the fictional man list, and you're like, "Whoa, Don, there sure are a lot of redheads in this list. Do you have a type or something?" And then I start talking about the men. And then you start to realize that like a lot of them are time travelers or time loopers of some kind. And then you're like, "Whoa, Don, do you have a type or something?" And then you start to realize how many of the men have a death wish, or like want to die, or are passively suicidal, or something. And you're like, "Whoa, Don, do you have a type or something?" And then I'm like, "No, of course not. Why would I have a type? I don't have a type. I don't have a type at all. I don't know. I don't know. I just think some men are neat. It's not my fault that they happen to have resemblances and stuff. It's not my fault that the Venn diagram is sometimes a circle. It's not my fault. Is that my fault? It's not my fault. Don't be mean to me. Wait. Okay. All right. Blue dog, you have like a minute. You have like a minute to show up before we swap streams. You have like a minute. I'm gonna start setting up that next stream. So hold on. Let's see. Let me go through my list. Leon Kennedy, Batman, David Tennant. Ooh, which Batman? Tell me which Batman. Which Batman in particular is your taste of Batman? I desire to know. Okay, guys. We are gonna be moving on to. Arkham Batman. Good choice. That one's a good one. That one is a very good one. It is a Kevin Conroy Batman, so I approve. A+. Great choice. We are gonna be moving over here. For Yakuza. And I'm going to move this to 430. Save. Let's see. We are gonna be moving to the other stream so that I can play Yakuza. And I I will set it up so that we have Pokemon like in the corner still. But yeah, feel free to move over to the other waiting room. I will set some stuff up shortly. Replace pen message. Okay, we're going over there. We're going there, guys. I'm gonna just end screen over here and set up really quick for the other stream. And we're gonna continue having fun. Except we're gonna have fun with Yakuza and dog hunting at the same time. Okay. See you there in a little bit.